Klay Thompson set the court on fire in his debut for the Mavericks. He had 22 points, 7 rebounds, 6 steals. He made 6 threes and shot 54% from the field. We're going to break it down right now with a little film breakdown to show you exactly what he did and how he makes the game so easy for Luka and Kyrie and how they make the game easy for him as well. So let's get straight into this film breakdown. So nice and early in this game, they start by putting Chris Paul on Klay Thompson. Luka Doncic is going to have the screener role here from Gafford, who's going to come and set the screen. Luka and Gafford are going to play that two-man game, or so you think. But as soon as Luka goes past that screen and Gafford's rolling to the hoop, look at Chris Paul. He's looking at this action here. You're not paying attention to one of the greatest shooters we've ever seen. You hit Klay Thompson. Now, Chris Paul is recovering. You can see the look on Chris Paul's face if you look closely. He's a little bit worried. So Klay Thompson sees that. Simple pump fake. One dribble pull up. He shoots about 1,000 of these a day. And he gets the friendly roll to find his rhythm nice and early. Defense. Klay got 3 steals. And here's one of them kind of by accident. I don't think he even meant to steal this. This is like a 2K25 lane steal. He's not even looking at the ball, but just on instinct, he's got his hand out and he does enough to deflect it. But what does that mean? The Mavericks come away in the other direction. Klay Thompson, wide open on the three-point line, but this is a smart decision. Maybe if he was still on the Warriors, he would have tried to shoot this because it would have been a little ego shot. But instead, he sees that Victor Wembanyama with his crazy wingspan is looking at him, and PJ Washington has an open lane to the hoop. So look at him making a play for the teammate. They send 2 defenders at PJ Washington. This man has his head turned, which is going to lead to an open 3 for Kyrie Irving, which doesn't go, but they're generating good looks by making the extra pass. We talked about that in the Celtics breakdown. If you've not seen that, go and watch that from the other day. Here we go on defense again. They were doing something really interesting. They were switching everything for a bit here against the Spurs. They do that, and Klay gets the steal off Wemby. That's just the veteran saying to the young fella, I know what you're trying to do here. Now they go away in the other direction. Luka Doncic has the layup, but there's a defender contesting him. He also has Klay as an outlet pass. However, he doesn't go for it. He gets the ball stripped. But that's all right. They keep possession. And off the out of bounds, the baseline out of bounds play is such a simple play. Daniel Gafford is going to come and screen here. Klay Thompson is going to curl to the corner. This is something he's done hundreds of times in his career. And you know the result that's going to be Klay Thompson. Once he gets that 1-2, the footwork is planted. Once those feet are down, that's a wide open shot. And that's money in the bank every single time. Okay? Next time, Luka Doncic going to the hoop. Klay Thompson posted up in that corner. He's ready. There's no defenders near him. The paint has collapsed because Luka Doncic commands so much attention from the defense. Luka misses the layup, but Gafford manages to tip the ball out. Klay Thompson once again, he's in rhythm now. He's in rhythm. There's nothing you can do about it. Right here, you're going to see again, they're just not guarding him on the three-point line. I don't know if they didn't read the scouting report. I don't know if they forgot that Klay's now on the Mavericks. But you simply cannot allow your defense to collapse like this. You've got to be out on those shooters. Even though it's a bad pass, Klay manages to gather, gets into his shot pocket instantly. Look, the second he gets the ball in his left hand, I want you to pay attention to his face right here. The second he gets it, eyes locked onto the rim. He's not even worried about this defender in front of him. His eyes are on the hoop. He gets into his shot pocket, rises up. His form is just so textbook, and he knocks it down. Klay Thompson, even at this stage of his career, even though he had a couple of bad games for the Warriors that have stuck in everyone's mind, give him an open 3. Or give him a 3 with even a second to gather his thoughts, and that's a bucket. Wemby had kind of a tough game. I didn't really like a lot of this. He went for that Dirk fadeaway. Now I want you to pay attention. Klay does a great job trying to get that rebound, and Jeremy Sohan is now out of the play. He's on the floor. My boy Jeremy is out of play. This is the moment you know the next shot is going to be a Klay Thompson open 3. Because they run down the court and it's 5-on-4 and no one has paid attention to Klay because you've got to worry about the lob threat of Gafford or even PJ Washington going to this corner or PJ Washington going to the hoop if Gafford clears out. And of course you've got to pay attention to Kyrie Irving. What does that leave? Klay Thompson wide open for 3. Okay, here we've got a double screen for a dribble handoff, right? You've got Kyrie setting this pick. And you've got Gafford setting a pick for the dribble handoff where Klay's rolling off where he's looking to shoot the basketball. As this play develops, you can see Chris Paul is telling Wemby that he needs to go with Klay because this man is going to be behind Klay. So even if Klay pulls up and shoots, he won't be able to do anything. And more likely than not, Gafford will move his feet a little bit and get him on that pick. As that happens, Klay Thompson comes off. Wemby has gone with Klay. Chris Paul's gone with the roll man, but this man has continued to chase Klay Thompson, leaving Kyrie Irving wide open. And it results in a beautiful pass and Kyrie Irving knocking it down. Now, these were the two most interesting plays of the game for me. They've called for what we call a stack or a Spain pick and roll, which is where the big man sets the pick and the shooter will come and set the back screen on the guy who's guarding the big, which means Derek Lively can get a cut to the hoop and Klay Thompson will flare to the three-point line. Okay, as this play develops, you're going to see Luka come off it, attract all of the defense. Sohan goes with the ball and the other defender is going with the ball. Lively's hitting that roll, so he occupies Wemby, and Klay Thompson is going to be wide open here at the three-point line. You give him that much space, well, Luka Doncic knows the result. He's already celebrating before Klay's even shot the ball, and that's going to be a wide open shot. He even takes a dribble to get his rhythm. But it's interesting because they go straight back to that play a couple minutes later, right? You can see that Luka is calling out stack. Well, if you watch the video, you can hear it. And then Chris Paul, with his veteran experience, is doing that signal. He's telling his team they're running the stack pick and roll again. This time they switch up the coverage though, okay? So this time you've got Lively setting the screen and then you've got Klay Thompson setting the back screen. They're going to try and switch the small to the small because they want to keep Wemby attached on the roll because the small guys cannot guard a lob to Derek Lively because Luka can make that pass. So what they're going to have is they want this man to go onto Luka and this man to go onto Klay. But this time, instead of Klay setting that back pick here and then flaring for the shot, he does a great job of simply flaring out to the hash on the left side because they've anticipated the coverage, and it's another wide open three. And that was Klay Thompson's debut with the Dallas Mavericks. If he keeps playing like this, the Mavs are going to be even better than they were last year. What I'm interested to see, though, is when they come up against teams with elite wings. Because let's be honest, the Spurs haven't got a great roster. It was great getting Chris Paul to play with Wemby, but they haven't got any deadly wing scorers. I'm interested to see, like, if they were to play the Celtics, who's guarding Tatum? PJ Washington. Okay, who's guarding Jaylen Brown? Is Klay Thompson going to guard him for 40 minutes in a game? And then Luka and Kyrie, can you hold up against Derek White and Drew Holiday? I don't know. But they probably don't need to worry about that until the NBA Finals. But the West is going to be tough, especially when they come up against maybe an Ant-Man or someone, or even a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. We've got to see how their defense fares against that. But against the Spurs, they did a great job last night. They had a great game plan. And congratulations to Klay Thompson. You know, it's great to see an all-time great player go to a new team and not be washed up like a Celtics Shaq. Even though Celtics Shaq, when he was healthy, the Celtics would have won a championship. But that's a whole other conversation. Congratulations to Klay and the Mavericks. Great pickup in the offseason. And I'm excited to see how this keeps rolling. I'll see you guys in the next breakdown. We were supposed to have a Paolo Banchero one yesterday, but my server had an issue and I couldn't get any footage. But stay locked to the channel. Leave a comment below with other breakdowns that you want to see and get buckets.